They at least have this CT side start, so we don't have to worry about these classic, struggle streak starts on the T side for NiP. They've got a little bit more room here to impress us in the first half, but is that going to be enough? We'll have to wait and see. I think they're going to need a pretty wealthy bank of rounds here if they want to make this one happen. Plopski's got the info. He knows what's happening. He knows the B push is afoot. Rez only good for the first. It's Apex and Masuta with the openers.
Yeah, Kyoji still checked that, even with the bait jump, right? And so that doesn't give Rez the chance to hold his shot and wait for players to cross out 2 for 1 into the B bomb site. Vitality very comfortable right now. P250, double USP. They've got that range game as much as NiP do. And, well, they'll show it. Silenced his Hampus back in market. Masuta wanting to clean up even more. And this clock is just ticking down right now. NiP know the round is slipping through their fingers and they can't grasp onto it. It's too slippery. Masuta Apex, double fighting Forest. S-Tag pinned in by the bin, does get one, but this round is finished as Vitality take the pistol and start strong on their pick.
Yeah, and that's even with that kind of, cute little bait and switch setup over in the apartments. You touched upon that, right? How even though the bait jump comes in, they still check the covey. They catch that double opener. And, from that point on, once you've lost that in like a 2 for 1 trade into the B site on a pistol, you're already in a pretty bad way, right? So, NiP, that one goes against them. But I'm going to hold my breath. I'm going to wait till we get to see, oh, I didn't realize that was how Asaiwu got that kill. Okay. Yeah, that's...
You shouldn't be surprised, come on.
Yeah,
Did you watch Inferno?
That's true. This guy's pretty good.
I've heard that. Alice pop, but full USPs. NiP don't decide to force up. Pretty rare to see a CT side just give it up that easy, right? Not go in with the second round force. But let's see how it works out. They got a nice A-hold 3 here. Already 5 rotates coming in. Device Molly below him. He might have something here. Double up. He's got a gun as well. Device can win this round on his own, but he can't find a third. Aim punch is his put down. And even though everyone is low, it's only a USP. You would love anything more. Can Hampus give it to us? Flashed off. Bomb planted. And no guns to retrieve, but a headshot will start it.
This is so weird. It's an armorless USP, but with both these players so low, it's not as wild as you might think. Luckily enough, Apex is going to lock it in a little deeper down the ramp, and it kind of led to Hampus thinking that angle was already clear. He jumps into his crosshair, and the round does get laid to rest. But, good damage done, considering what was bought into that round. That wasn't a proper force. You had like the 5-7 on Device, but that was really the extent of any purchase here. So, 2 players survive with Vitality. Now you come in with your investment. That's pretty nice for NiP.
Yeah, that's more than you would really expect with a full eco like that. Shame Device picks the Galil. I mean, it's not up to him. He just grabs the first gun he can. The Galil over the AK at the back of Palace, because he probably would have found that third kill if it was the AK. Galil was closer, though. Hampus fighting mid freely, and he does take one, but even a nade, a molly, anything would do it to clean him up, and so his team have to move in to try and help out. Rez does do that. Kyojin trades, though. Man down on Vitality, but this is not a clean round for NiP. They have 2 significantly low players. Round is very open right now. Vitality are going to regroup back on that A-bomb site. Only 1 man there. You don't have a kit for a retake either. So S-Tag, he needs to thin the herd if this is to be an A play. Vitality don't group through T-spawn. They go back to middle. Device is only holding for the cat cross. And a bit of a fake smoke towards the top of Con. As Device's angle gone, but has he got a gap?
Oh, they're going to try and, go for the stairs creep, right? You've got this top Con smoke in. Now you try to make your presence known over in Con. You can get out. You can try to get to stairs and use that to peek on in. With S-Tag back in CT, he's not in too much danger from the mid-wrap. And NiP actually have a very good idea as to what's happening in this round. It's no longer a mystery. They're rotating everyone over. There's the opener from Vitality. Kyojin going to nab it. Will get silenced after the first. It's still up in the air with that bomb down, though. Vitality, not looking to play too safe around it, right? Both these players fairly committed to engagements, to fights, and there's shox winning out the first, but it's going to be the first of many to come if Vitality do want to get this round over the line. shox with a double, and now only S-Tag left. He's brought it down into a clutch of his own, a 1v1, tap on the bomb, and actually it's the commitment, it's the full 10 seconds.
Fading.
Apex, you've got to get him off of it, and he will. Vitality are up onto 3. And they might have been a man down. They might have been clutching at straws. They might have been out in the open. They still managed to emerge victorious.
Unbelievable round out of Vitality. Great teamwork to come into that A play as well, right? The util's in the wrong hands. shox has to smoke jungle from Palace, and then Apex flashes him into the A site from Con. Vitality walk their own smoke, and yeah, it looks optimistic to stick the defuse there. If there's a kit, I think that's a far better play, but that smoke has been down for time, man. That was going to fade halfway through the defuse. All Apex has to do is poke his head out, and so he shall. Rough round for NiP, and now it's even less, just pistols. Vitality looking to start as strong as they did back on Inferno. It was rounds before NiP were on the board, and this shouldn't be one of them. Got some armor behind their deagles though.
Yeah, after S-Tag didn't get shot sticking the bomb, I think he was under the impression that Apex had actually wrapped, you know, and like headed into.
Yeah, I mean, there's
like
so many places.
There's so much that could have been happening. There was that little moment earlier on as well in like the Tyler G2 game where like the bomb's stuck and Hunter's over in Con and it's all getting a bit confused and then the round gets lost, right, with the 10-second stick happening. I think S-Tag was trying to replicate that magic. This round, ZywOo's found the opener. And once more, it's another one of these Con creeps in towards an A play. With Kyojin winning that fight at ramp, mate, A is wide open. There is no one here. The red carpet has been rolled out for you. And so you're going to go in and get that bomb down, looking for the 4-0.
Device would love to get gifted an AK. shox is not going to give him the satisfaction. It's Apex from range. Take out the deagle. It's jumping and being put down 6 feet. In fact, it's Plopski in a 1-on-5. The one man who didn't have armor in this round, so even less hope than before. Nothing to be done. 4-0, 5 standing at the end of things, and now NiP can come in with guns yet again. We should have that open device, right? CT Mirage, he had enough. He's going right for it. Try and stop these mid swings that have been coming out from Vitality. Ever since they've had rifles, middle has been their control. Even with that failed window smoke.
Dude, Sunday is, you know, kind of a little worrisome as well. Is that, like, you know, you think back to that previous map of Inferno. Well, we had Apex, we had Masuta, we had ZywOo. Those were like really the kind of trifecta that was showing up, right? Well, Apex keeping it going. ZywOo hasn't really had to do too much just yet. But we have guys like, you know, Kyojin really has been someone who's opened up a lot of these rounds so far. Over on this T side, he's been someone who's, you know, right at the front of the action, cracking bomb sites open. If we can get that out of him, it's even more players getting activated for Vitality. In this round, it's Apex breaking the silence again. The clash of the IGLs sees Apex come out ahead. But S-Tag tucking in at the stairs. They are coming through this, but it's all up in the air. It's a bit of a coin toss now. They aren't looking at it. They aren't looking at S-Tag. That smoke fades and they will flick back. Oh, 2 kills come in from Device and Rez, trying to make something of this round. It's a tag to Masuta, not the killing blow. It's going to go both ways, and Device might just have to taper off and give a bit of respect over. Instead, he's peeking through the Molotov. He's peeking through the fire, but flashed off the angle. Eventually is to concede. Bomb now down. Vitality in the 3-on-3. Plopski steals that advantage back, but look at Apex going. Jeez Louise, running at them. It's only Masuta alone at ramp, and finally Plopski comes in big with a hat-trick to find NiP there first. Can't imagine you're going to get many moments like that out of Apex, yeah, I mean, in those 3-on-3s, but he's just trying to go element of surprise, run him down, get that, you know, 1-on-2 chance at something over towards the stairs.
It looks crazy, but if he doesn't do it in a 2-on-3, you know that NiP are just going to methodically retake your limited to ramp and Tetris. You have really no postpartum position. You have util on NiP. They have the advantage. Like, Apex is just doing anything he can to stop that getting out of control. If he sits back, NiP come to you and they probably clear you anyway. So it's a nice attempt, but all those con smoke walks in the round do finally work out for NiP. And Plopski, hey, he was the guy who was holding it together in that first map as well, right? It took Device some time to get warmed in, even though he ended top. It was Plopski from the start that was playing well, so reassuring to see him keep that up. ZywOo's AWP. And Device in B. He hits a tag. Man, AWPs, they're just, I don't know what they're doing today. Someone's lowered the caliber. If Hampus peeks,
does he hit this?
Flick? Yeah, all right.
One step ahead.
Oh dear. He would have hit the flick.
Yeah, he would have. S-Tag. Gonna claim another life in the meantime. So an IP. All right, trying to make something of this. Trying to come in with their second. Kyojin playing around the smokes in Con. That's a little awkward for Hampus. And now he even spots Device up on top of Ticket. He's starting to piece together exactly where these players are. Device does have some support from S-Tag over in Palace, but even then, like, look at Apex, right? He's here to try and deal with that. Rez now gone, S-Tag dead. Suddenly, Device has got to try and hold down this A-bomb site all alone. Apex doesn't know. Apex doesn't know. Whoa. Device is scoped in, and oh no, it's a missed shot out of Device, and there's Kyojin to deal with him. Only Plopski left, and it would be another 3K needed. Oh, dearie me, Device.
That's harrowing, mate. That is, they didn't know, they didn't check him. He had all the sound in the world. He knew they were Con. He heard them off Balk. Just the panic miss. I mean, yeah, if he doesn't take that shot anyway, Kyojin was still swinging stairs, but he would have loved Device to take down one with him to give Plopski a reason to attempt it. But now there is none, and so the round is won by Vitality. 5-1 up on the T side again. Really good start out of the gate from the French. And very little to work with moving forward. NiP likely just going to go buy around this AK.
It's kind of insane as well, because it felt like every contingency was accounted for and planned for on the Vitality side. Like, you know, you lose Rez, I think it was to shox, right? When that one comes in, you're not worried yet. You've still got this gnarly little hold split between Palace and Sight of I think it was what, Device and Hampus over towards this A. Oh, sorry, S-Tag. That was it. Device S-Tag over towards A, and that's when Apex comes in here. Well, Palace player's now gone, mate, and Device is in like this horrible position where they're spilling out connector. They're coming through Palace. You don't know if they're at ramp. And so, yeah, he misses that shot, and you know, having that element of surprise could have led him on to do something great. But at the end of the day, like, it was a pretty cursed position to be in the first place. I don't envy him.
Threat trying to keep spirits high, right? Obviously, last event for Threat, you got to keep that in mind. Doesn't want to go out with a whimper. Who would? Vitality know that better than anyone, trying to end the year in a bang. And right now, that is the case. 5-1, and we haven't even had to have ZywOo start. There's still plenty more room for that. Device with another AWP, another opportunity, and he's going to start B with 3. Straight out ramp for ZywOo, but Smoke is going to cut him off. All right, what have we got here? A little corner boost, but no one's at Ticket, no one's at Stairs. You won't be able to find much off this.
Oh my.
It's a cool boost.
Okay.
Finally, this one hits. This one takes down shox.
No, that's actually that's a nice start to this round for NiP, right? Device, he's had a go at taking these opening peaks, and as you say, sometimes it has just been these tags without the kills coming through. Well, now finally you're in this 5-on-4. It's going to free up some resources you might think to help out at A, but S-Tag, mate, they are in.
Oh, no way.
They are here, and he's shot in the back of the head. Everyone else for NiP is over towards B. Everyone else is on the complete other side of the map, and so Vitality, I don't even think, you know, it's kind of surprising to them that this site was so free. They almost don't believe it, but they get the bomb down. You do have a T-spawn wrapping Hampus, right? That is something. But even then, timing's important. He has to get that kill right. He has to deal with Kyojin. So now the element of surprise is gone. He's acting as like a bit of a red herring, but ZywOo sniffed him out and has dealt with the player in the back. A 3-on-3. Smoke on the bomb falls a little short. That's very awkward. Device trying to hold for the peak at ramp, but the flashes get him off the angle. They haven't even tapped the bomb yet. Oh. Apex dead, and suddenly ZywOo's got to do it all. While he's nailed the first, they're on the bomb already. And so NiP do actually come through with the very, very late retake there.
Well, there was a clat on the horizon, wasn't there? You were feeling it, but yeah, couldn't get the shot off in time. Cover is there for NiP. Just bodies being thrown at ramp, and just enough to get the defuse off. Very scary rounds for NiP, but hey, if you're converting them, you've got to be happy. Hamper's at least got the info, even though he dies here, they're heavy setup on ramp, right? There's no flanks coming in. You don't have to worry about that late com play. It's double ramp setup, so they just go straight for the bomb stick. It's not the end of the world for Vitality, but it may be the end of the money. 2 AKs, that's all they can muster. Leaning towards B. That's what NiP read into in the previous round. Well, now it's weaker than ever. Only one man committed. Rez is so deep fighting middle, and he's got his attention on Apex for good reason. shox, oh, he sees him last second, flicks back to Plopski, and the entry is in. The site is lost, but you don't have the range to fight back against Rez. You need rifles to come and help out. ZywOo trying to do that. Apex's AK is very late as it wraps the back of A site.
Okay.
He's hoping to backstab on the long con, but if NiP try and save, he's going to be there to stop it as well.
Oh my god, and they are actually saving Apex. He is so far ahead. He is light years in the future.
The crazy part about this is like NiP don't even know that there's all deagles on Vitality. There's only 2 guns. Okay, you die, but you're too far away to be incentivized back into the retake. That could have been around for NiP, right? No idea what they were up against, and it's already too late to care. Vitality get out with all the loot.
Oh, this could be something.
Oh, no.
Nice couple of exits out of Hampus, and he's out of there, out like a light, isn't he? Oh, and then back in, and then out again.
Shake it all about.
Yeah, I love to see it. Well, Vitality, it's a little V-Rush, Mac 10s and 2 AKs, one of them not even at the party, and they've managed to muster a SIG. It's things like that that make me so concerned about this, right? Because it's like, Vitality, you know, they've very much been the ones in control throughout. They're the ones squeaking these like impossible rounds past NiP all the time. Think back to the Deagle 2, you know, the 2-man Deag round with ZywOo getting 4 over on Inferno. You know, we've had so many situations where it's like Vitality shouldn't be able to get away with anything. And actually, they go above and beyond. They get the very best out of the situation. Haven't really had NiP steal anything away like that. I think the closest thing that qualifies to that was that really late retake just last round.
Yeah, back to middle. Is there going to be a solution? Device wants to provide. He's made the jump. Running right down middle, and Apex is gone. Lovely shot as the dink is not enough. Still have a heavy B setup now. Device is rerouted through Cat, so he's going to be here to stop the B play. Even though he's leaving, it's about to be clear as day where the Frenchmen are ending up. Flash will do it. Rez from a range, picks off shox, and now it's up to Plopski at the back of the bomb site. He does find one. Rez gone. Device, just grabs that shot as Kyojin falls in, and ZywOo with it all to do in the 1-on-4. Grabs one, but they're all chasing him down. No room to breathe for ZywOo, and Device has a round on the AWP. It was about time. 3 kills and 3 on the board for the Swedes.
Yeah, and if you want to look at silver linings here, you know, if you want to look, if you're an NiP fan hoping that they can pull this back, or maybe you just want this to go 3 because you're a fan of, you know, Counter-Strike, good Counter-Strike, and you want to have a long series on our hands. If you want to look for silver linings, it's that ZywOo, the guy who was causing you so many problems on that previous map, the guy that causes everyone so many problems, he's having a pretty quiet game right now. Device has kind of been outshining him in the head-to-head a lot of the time. And even though guys like Kyojin are trying to fill that void, Apex is still keeping up appearances. It's no denying that ZywOo is always the star of this team. And so with him being a little quieter, maybe that gives you a little bit more room if you're an NiP. Maybe that's something to hold on to. This round, Hampus and Rez have opened it up. They're only up against these pistols, so you know, it wasn't really much of a hope for Vitality. It's quick, it's clean, and it's 4 on the board for NiP.
Yeah, very reassuring round, right? Not letting that get weird at all. Building a lot of cash for later. Vitality, they may have the lead, but the momentum has swapped significantly for NiP. Couple of gun rounds. And now Wealth to fall back on. Do we have the AWP, though, for Vitality? It doesn't look like it, unless it's been thrown over already. Flat rifles, even limited util as well. They get the window smoke in, but Devices, again, making that quick cat jump up, and he's missed the timing. They're already out. They're very wide, and ZywOo beats him on the head-to-head for a change. He's got the AK, and he's put it to good use. Already outside of the connector, seconds into the round, and it will be that quick ace split. shox has jumped out Palace with a flashbang that kept S-Tag back. He's got to wait for Rez to come in and help out. They know they have him trapped right now, or they believe they do. Yet to see him. Flash, shox, now pushed off, and somehow Kyojin, just off of the back of the plant, gets that kill. Rez has been seen in spawn, and Plopski is there as well. Vitality only know about one, but at this point, NiP might not even be going for this, and it seems like Vitality, yet again, are aware. Apex is hunting in the 5-on-2, deep down B apartment. ZywOo's even walking in under. Vitality are pushing CT. There is no room for NiP. Even though Plopski grabs that kill, he's backing up into enemy territory.
There's no... Oh, damn, he got it. All right, well, here we go.
How much longer?
And Rez, can they get away? Rez can't. Here come the Wolves. Apex.
Woo!
He's looking for you. But now, Plopski will survive and hold on to that M4.
Yeah, and we still have money, right? So it's fine for NiP. You know, it's not over just yet, but Device getting caught by that very quick mid play.
Hugo, by the way, never do a wolf howl again. You reminded me of a really cringe TikTok, like...
That's not my problem, Harry. That's your problem for using TikTok.
It is. I don't use it, but you still can't escape it nowadays.
I won't take responsibility for what you look at on the internet, Harry. That's up to you and your ISP. Right now, trading rounds, which is, hey, better than Inferno, safe to say. That was just a one-sided story. That was ZywOo running down mid with an AWP on CT side. This time, yeah, okay, he's running down mid on T side, but we're at least still getting a better show from NiP today.
Ooh, double AWP purchased up.
40.
Split between Hampus and Device. Not an AWP in sight for Vitality. A lot of presence towards it. Hey, they are coming at you, and they're coming at you. Force Device, you are a dead man. Spammed out by ZywOo. S-tag over here on Palisson. Oh, there's Apex dead, but there's a lot more where that came from. It's a lot of damage out of S-tag. The flash almost enables him to get 3, regardless of the outcome. You know, he might not have got the 3rd, but he still repelled this A offensive. He's sent Vitality away. Oh, that fast little A play you were hoping to get, and that little cheeky opening kill onto Device, yeah, forget about it. S-tag has made them completely go back to the drawing board here. Now they group up over in the apartment. shox kind of lost to the hands of time over in middle. When that smoke fades, it's going to become pretty tricky for him to get out of this spot. He's having to keep so much in check right now. Short, window, you know, connector. He could get peeked from anywhere. If he finds impact, that's going to be impressive. shox,
oh no,
had his chance, had an opportunity, but it's been stripped away from him. Meanwhile, here's the push into the B side. Masuta with an opener. This is where they're going to try and find shoxy. They want to isolate this one fight over in middle, and so they've managed to get that. Masuta and ZywOo have been given free reign of B as NiP try to play a numbers game, a 3-on-2 retake at this B bomb site.
Fast flank from under, though. Plopski in a very good position. His teammates can't afford to die and mark it first. They've just got to wait for Plopski to get set up before they commit. More than enough time here for NiP. ZywOo with the health. Masuta. Oh, he does clear out that flank. Now it's double market. He can afford to die to set ZywOo up for this clutch. Can he find the info? ZywOo's got it 1 and 2. Masuta burnt out, but he gets the kill before he perishes. And Vitality, they always find a way to win these man-down rounds, even with that little whiff from shox out in middle. Recovered well. And you've got to give it to Vitality how they make that call to go towards B, right? They'd already killed the AWP at A. They had no idea that Hampus was double AWPing, but look at that smoke they throw deep apartments. They didn't have enough flashbangs to get an AWP off. They didn't want to telegraph it like that. So they just threw a smoke. It completely screws Hampus's round. He tries to play on the edge of it, but it's the rifle that overwhelms, and Vitality just go back to these contact A plays. Been going very quick out ramp in many of the rounds. And this one is no exception. Couple left of the half and a very broken economy for NiP. They're just looking for scraps. Oh,
it's another A opener.
Oh.
Kyojin keeps it in the advantage of Vitality. Nice, seeing an elbow, but shox to be the guy taking an arm and a leg. Now S-tag attempting to paint them up with damage on this scout. It might all be in vain though, right? There's the peek over the top. They've spotted Plopski over in jungle. S-tag has nailed that. The bomb can't get across, but there's that jungle smoke to facilitate it. This could still get weird, what with the AK being retrieved on S-tag. Plopski trapped behind the smoke. And so for the time being, S-Tag is feeling the pressure to try and make something happen, to try and be that guy to kickstart a very unlikely retake. Flashes to delay it. Oh, Spam bringing him even lower, and shox is going to finish the job. Plopski, he's been waiting that entire smoke timer to play into the round, and even though he's tapped out Apex, he's still got a lot to do. Time is of the essence, and I think it's settling in now for Plopski. This one's unwinnable. It's another round for Vitality. Try as NiP might. And you mentioned how the money was already in a rough spot coming into that round. There really wasn't a lot to go off. Now there's even less. So Vitality are looking to solidify a very good scoreline to close out this first half.
Yeah, it feels like by the time that NiP feel like they should be saving in some of these rounds, they just don't get the chance to. They don't get to get out of position, or Apex is on the backstab, or you're getting wall-banged on your retreat. Never able to keep anything going. One gun is all that's dragged into this final round, or these final 2 rounds. NiP. Little leaker around the weapon. Gonna go for the G2 under boost, get res into middle. Lots of different approaches to mid for NiP. But as the half has waned on, Vitality have been taking it lesser and lesser. Now they know where that came from, but shox can't seem to find the shots through the smoke. So we get sprayed through one. But an irretrievable gun, at least for the moment. You've got to be having res float, right? You've got to be throwing him wherever you see contact from Vitality. And right now it's silent across the map. Regroup towards that A site where Vitality have had a lot of success just sending everyone together. The shox want to late lurk middle. Also protect this gun or the route to it. Meanwhile, Vitality, it's not like they're going for a smoke exec. They are just walking up ramp with a flash.
I mean, Kyojin's been so good at getting these openers. Can he keep that going now? Can he keep up appearances? He knows where one of these bodies are. That molly is going to force S-Tag out of position, and one into default as well. Both players mollied. Plopski gets one on the swing, but will be traded by Apex. You've still got M4 on res, and that's back in CT. shox is cutting down the rotates over in mid, and now learns about this Deagle. Rez might be the guy to try and make a round happen, and there's a little double up from him. Now just shoxy left to beat. Bomb dropped. Rez behind triple. And shox, is he aware? He doesn't look like he has any idea. Rez is holding the stairs, but shox is walking up on him. Oh no, Rez! Shot up the side of the head! shox with the speed, with the pace, gets up in his face and finds another round for Vitality. Rez's heroics, he gets 2 out of 3, but it's not enough.
Yeah, 3 in the round as well. You got a feel for him as well. He made the perfect reposition to get to triple. shox didn't see him cross. The call was CT, but he never considered just being insta-walked up on bench side. Really nice try. Good shots from Rez. And that opener to ZywOo as well, but it means nothing, Harry. At this point in the game, it's rounds or bust. And more the latter. Final round of the half, and NiP. They got everything at least, but, well, not device.
Yeah, it's a fast cat to be. Plopski, woohoo! He's gone. The Orpa Rez traded after one.
Brutal.
And even though Hampus has moved around, even though he's in the market, he's all alone. He's got to try and essentially, 1v3 this B hold because his teammate is so far away. Hampus, what can he do? Oh, it's ugly. Oh, the flash. It's really gross. ZywOo's going to delete him. And S-Tag's left in the clutch. Not long for this world, you'd imagine. They've spotted him, they've seen him, they're chasing him down. They want 11-4, and they want it now. S-Tag at this point just delaying the inevitable, it feels like. He's getting pushed through the market door, but Apex steals it away before all is said and done. 11-4 for Vitality, and now NiP, they're relying on their T-sides to try and turn this one around.
Hey Future Pros, we have another execute for you and your friends to learn. This execute will help when you are taking the B site on Mirage. For this setup, you will need at least 3 Future Pros and 3 smokes and optionally a bunch of flashes.
try to make some kind of excuses for it. We say, oh, well, it was a rough T-side start. You know, they started to try and bound back into it in the second half, but it was too far gone. ZywOo was having a great game, blah, blah, blah. Well, right now, ZywOo isn't one of these stars of the shows. Instead, it's Kyojin and Apex stepping up, and Vitality still have as dominant a scoreline as we saw back on Inferno. Ooh. This time, Rez, with a P250, is doubled up over towards ramp. And so NiP, they might keep this track record going of having a bit of a quiet first half and then winning a pistol. Oh. This time, can they deliver on that?
Yeah, they're winning fights on both sides, and the bomb's heading B while Vitality have had the wool pulled over their eyes. You take Rez off of Banana on his own, and he's coming in with a lot more impact in this game. Apex and Masuta accepting that this round is not to be theirs. Can they get out with some kills on the end? Bit of bonus money. No, what a flick for Device. Some good Glock shots out of him to take this round, and nothing Masuta can say or do about it. Keep that armor. Someone needs to stay with the bomb. You never know. Timings can be hit. That would be one way to lose a round. And so S-Tag will. Masuta, lovely shot. Ooh, they're everywhere. Oh, no, the nade, the smoke, he couldn't see, and team flash, but it's fine. It's all mates at the end of the day.
You know, like when things get hectic like that, the comms do slip a bit, so that's probably what that is. Where is he? What one? Was it Ramp Palace Apps? Oh, I'll just throw the flash. Middle of sight, that's fine. Yeah, I know, like you say, all mates at the end of the day. NiP, they come in, they win a pistol.
Boom.
And they were able to do that back on Inferno as well. But if you remember, you know, like once we got into kind of a crunch time scenario where your money could get broken and everything could get stripped away from you, it was.
Yeah, window smoke missed, but NiP didn't care. They replenish it. Finding Apex first and now walking up to the con smoke, much as how Vitality did in many of these A-split attacks. It was more focused on ramp, though, on their T side. NiP have the bulk up connector. Vitality with only Kyojin here. ZywOo locked out by a smoke towards jungle. Nade, though, he couldn't see through it, though, as Plopski finds that entry. Kyojin, any kills will do. That's one, but they're up close with a MAC-10, and that's where this round is won by NiP, doing what they must.
No, I always like the promise of watching Kyojin on a map like Mirage, man, because like mechanically, this guy's nuts. Like if you remember when he kind of came around, there was, you know, like videos he would put out getting shared, and it's like, he was just clearly, from these, a very mechanically gifted player. And little moments like that with the Deagle, you know, I would always love to get like some shimmers of brilliance from him back in CT. We've seen some phenomenal clutches from CT with pistols there. You know, I'm talking about things that could have happened and didn't.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Just genetics, man. Just built different. Not everyone can be that good. You can try, though. Sometimes talent overwhelms effort, but a little combo of both is probably the best, and that's what many of these players have in spades. Anti-eco converted for NiP, and one more little eke for Vitality before the guns come out, before the vengeance is here.
Yeah. That's given some back rubs, that's good. And, you know, truthfully, with NiP having a very, you know, I don't even want to say it should just be 7-11 on the board, right? There should be very little room for things to get weird in this round. With that happening, suddenly, you know, yeah, you know, the full beast tag actually...
No, it's fine. Keep talking.
Yeah, it should be fine. They're starting to dismantle it. They're starting to move away. And so actually it went from everyone at B to now just 2 over in the B bomb site. It's standard, it's what we're used to. shox is tucked in with that MP9 at truck, so maybe could do some damage. There's one. Making a double. shox on the MP9. Even gets a dink to Plopski. That has really softened him up. They don't know about ZywOo, but they will go back and flush him out. Masuta all alone. This wasn't meant to get too interesting, but Vitality, they can't help but entertain. Oh, this might be the end of the line. This might be the curtain call for Masuta in this 1-on-3.
Oh, but imagine if shox got the third there.
Oh, he could have been so good, couldn't he? Well, Masuta. What could he do?
Oh,
Who knows he was going to get swung from the site the moment he peeks.
And he does.
Now, when's only half the battle, Hugo? You know what the other half of the battle is? The battle.
That adds up. 7 to 11, Harry. I'll have a Slim Jim. What about you?
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's a hot dog.
Is it?
I don't know. America's crazy.
Yeah, it's, you know, I'm never one for just saying something and hoping that I got the definition right, but that's cool.
Double AWP, all right. Straight in. We had one of those on the CT side for NiP, and it got nothing done. Device got spammed out triple, and Hampus got smoke walked on B. Let's see if this one's any more successful for the Vitality side. ZywOo and shox. Same positions for the AWPs, or at least similar. ZywOo's in window. shox has got those B apartments. Ramp smoke fading, and a man behind it to worry about is S-Tag. Meanwhile, mid's getting taken very late in the round. Cleared from under. Kyojin playing with fire there will eventually give it up, but he's done good damage to S-Tag. Con smoke, window smoke synced for NiP. They're going to get that free mid control with only Masuta here to stop it, but he needs to get that util out before he takes a fight. Try and get some value from his investment. Molly and Con would be a good time, but Rez on the little lip of the short side is going to survive for now. Nade almost finishes the job, and now NiP again just walking through this con smoke into the A site.
Yeah, with Apex, ZywOo, and Kyojin all here, ready to put a stop to this. It's not plain sailing, it's not simple, and Apex is making that so. A hat trick from him. Oh, making a fourth, he's on for the ace. And only S-Tag left, give it to him, give it to him. Apex wants all 5, and S-Tag's stolen it away, the ace denied.
Tut, tut, tut.
S-Tag says, nah, mate, not today. Not today, Apex.
You can have the round, though.
You know, you could win the series, you could win the round, it doesn't matter, but you ain't having the ace, baby. 12 on the board for Vitality. He might not have gotten all the kills in the round, but he certainly got all the glory with that A-hole.
Yeah, Apex is such a perfectionist. You know, he's not happy with that. He wanted all of them. You know, the amount of times you see Apex, you know, looking pissed, head in the hands, or in like Vitality or winning rounds, like it could have been better, it could have been cleaner, and so you know he wanted more. But you can't really turn your nose up at this. Vitality, they wait, they go for the double eco, and they pull out the double AWP, and it doesn't even matter. They get their first gun round on the board. We didn't even see the double AWP as far as NiP are concerned, so that's still up the sleeve.
No, they actually only know about one guy, really. Right, they're calling in this timeout, and with good reason, really. Yep. You know, like when they were at 7-11, one of the points I was going to make in that round got a little bit close with like shox's MP9 was at that scoreline, you are in a position where you could pull it back. You know, you come in, you win like the first rifle round, for example, you take control of the economy right away, and suddenly you can start getting these 2-for-1 rounds on the board. Well, that's eluded NiP. Not only is that eluded NiP, but their own economy is now called into question as well. And really, at this scoreline, this late in the game, if Vitality go 13-7 up and you're broke on the NiP side, it might just get stolen away from you on the back of money alone.
Device is so ready for this close peak that Kyojin's been going for time and time again. Posted for it, so confident, but the rest of his team over towards B and middle right now. Device going to walk out. He won't be able to clear this corner, surely. Kyojin going wide, though. That could be a problem. Device, swung from bench side. It's just a dry fight for Apex to open up. And now your entire round is thrown into disarray if you're NiP. The bomb's rerouting ramp, Harry, but not only did they never see Kyojin, but S-Tag is alone. The AWP is irretrievable if Kyojin wants to make it so. And while you've got Hampus into window, a bit of a classic play, that's actually going to send the bomb doubling back. ZywOo's AWP's been seen. Hampus has the round in the palm of his hand. Both players close as well, and I love it. He's holding this shot. Can he find both kills? If he walks in and he doesn't check bench, he thinks shox is short. Surely the barrel, the barrel. Hampus, open your eyes. He's got them both. Yes. Dead to rights. And NiP with a B site. For a second, I thought he didn't see.
Yeah, it got a little bit worrisome, didn't it? But Hampus has delivered the miracle twosome that might have saved the day for NiP. Vitality, do they even want to give this a go? No, they don't. They just throw in the towel. They say, NiP, you know what, you can have this round. It's not really worth them giving it this look in just yet, right? They're going to get out with the double AWP in play. You don't want to bring that into the retake. You don't want to put another weapon in the hands of someone like S-Tag.
Take it.
Juggle
there you go, putting a weapon in the hands of S-Tag.
Yeah, was bound to happen. Oh, Apex wants to try and take him away.
Oh. Could have gone worse. You keep the double orb. You're
I feel
fine.
like we kind of cursed every possible engagement there, apart from the Hampus one. 8 on the board now for NiP. That little window boost comes in so clutch. A part of me wondered, when ZywOo killed Plopski hanging around under window, if that was something they would consider, right? This idea of boosting up into the window. But they never did. They never saw it coming.
Yeah, I've seen so many rounds where you go for that play and you
Oh,
come
dude,
through market,
I already know what you're going to say.
You look for the double and you either get held or, you only get one because you can't find the second short player.
Yeah, it's the trigger discipline that ends up, and like you don't just get one and die, it's like you get 0 and die. But no, man, Hampus hits the perfect timing. They had no idea.
It's worthwhile always going for it, right? Especially that early in the round. It wasn't like that was a 3-on-3 where Vitality are calling. There are gaps. They could have hit this. There was absolutely no awareness that window had been boosted so early in the round. So that's something Vitality will be on top of moving forward, but it is a route in for NiP. Finding an 8th in the T side and still looking to build. Plopski's even got the orb. It's a spawn-based play, it looks like, although he doesn't take it. So Kalami confused, throwing grenades into middle instead. Kyojin still close ramp, round after round. Flash is drawing ZywOo off, but as a smoke pops, so does the orb. Dropping Hampus, running up connector. And again, this is something that NiP have just done round after round, walking into this A site through the con smoke. It's not going to be a surprise to ZywOo, but the timing. Which side of the smoke do you hold? And it's the right one for ZywOo. Kyojin molly, no worries, and he takes down S-Tag as well. Smokes it for his escape. And Vitality, nothing can go wrong in this round.
Yeah, also, mollies are just BS as well. Like, you're worried that that's going to climb up the pot.
Yeah.
On top of this, like, he smoked it, so now the illusion is, I'm not playing ramp anymore. Why would I still be here? I dropped this smoke. Maybe they don't check it now. Unfortunately, Kyojin blows his load a little too soon, doesn't he? Apex will chase down the trades, and this guy, he's better at edging them out, isn't he? There's one looking for Plopski.
Just that pro state, Harry.
Yeah, he's in the pro state right now. Plopski, all alone, 1-on-4. Milking this for all it's worth. 35 seconds left.
But it's Apex getting ahead, wrapping around the back of Palace. Plopski is boxed in, although he doesn't know it, and he's walking into ZywOo's orb, so his time may be limited. Headshot angle. And he's got it. This backstab's still here, though. Apex might not commit. He might just double back Palace. He's still got a good position to stop a plant. There's only 12 seconds. Molly is so important. Can he cross to the site, though? Not stopped by the stairs player. It's a plant at least, but Apex is here. And the Molotov will seal the deal. It's Vitality with the instant retake. Never got worried. A bit of money for NiP, but it's a consolation at best.
It's a real good effort out of Plopski. You couldn't have asked for more there. Dude's 1v5, and he got it to a point. He got it as far as he could into making that clutch look doable. But with the utility left on the Vitality squad, with so little time, when there's 6 seconds, there's no room for mind games anymore. Like when they hear you tap the bomb, you're planting the bomb, and so it's very, very easy to respond to that with utility, and they just molly him out. 13-8. And that plant, at least makes you a little better off if you're NiP. Gives you a little bit more to work with here, up against the incumbent Vitality squad.
Oh dear, Hampus the Firewalker. How does he do it? Steel shoes. His toes getting cooked there. Going to have to give it up and wrap back. Now this rotate's getting heard. Top middle with ZywOo. He might be hearing Hampus running right back through T-spawn. And he knows no one's middle. Molly comes into B, shox buying time. Plopski had to go, he couldn't have waited around, and he gets that kill. Jumping, flashed, finds the AWP, and he's going to pick it up quick as well. NiP bound into the empty bomb site. No one is here. Vitality are locked out by Util. It's only ZywOo trying to stop the cross. The bomb has made it in, though, even with Hampus gone.
So they were running back to save, but then ZywOo bored it into the 4-on-4, and suddenly that's reinvigorated Vitality. With low health on both S-Tag and Plopski. This is not a done deal yet for NiP. They've got to fight tooth and nail to hold on. And S-Tag, well, the claws are out and he's on for a double. Apex playing with smokes, playing with fire. Him and ZywOo have combined for a kill apiece. Now just ZywOo left, but he is running for the hills. He is out of there. NiP up onto 9. S-Tag with a phenomenal double to open it. And the moment those kills came in, the fate of Vitality was very much decided, right? 4-on-4 wasn't going to happen. We're just 2 left, you know, having...
Yeah, it's a reasonable attempt. You don't want to be the, you know, VPing it where you all leave, one guy gets a kill and you go, actually, we would have won it if we were all here.
Yeah.
You know, you make that quick decision and you believe in it. At the end of the day, whatever the call is, you've got to have faith. Whether you like it or not, it's not about that. It's bigger than that, Harry. Got to trust the in-game leader. So a nice attempt, but that is going to cost you in money and in rounds and in momentum. NiP are building back into this game. It's not Inferno anymore. 13-9. And T-Sides, well, they haven't really been the bread and butter of NiP. They're chowing down on some rounds. The final buy for Vitality. Presuming they don't win it. Back to pistols. An A attack, but as we've said, these A attacks have really been the heavy mid takes for NiP that have split through Con. This time it's the inverse. It's more of a standard round, just walking out ramp. Still no smokes though, and 3 CTs here. Vitality seem pretty convinced, and for good reason.
Now a 4th, actually. Apex even kind of swinging between window and jungle, and he's just going to go, well, I don't want to peek mid. I don't really have the equipment for it, but what I'll do is I'll make sure they can't get up into the window and get one of these backstabs off, and that also leaves me that much more responsive to the A side. I doubt he said all of that. Right, there would have been quite a mouthful, and they probably would have said, comms, mate, you know, I'm trying to hear.
Down.
But Apex is dead over in jungle. We need someone else to trade these out. shox goes unaccounted for and is in for a double. Now Kyojin with 2 of his own. Make it a 3rd. As Kyojin lays waste to NiP. 14 on the board for Vitality. Everyone in the right place at the right time. And it felt like, you know, if you're NiP there, you're going into the lion's den, man. You deal with 1 and suddenly 2 more heads of this beast grow back. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful hold.
Only the French can make the FAMAS look good, Harry. They've been doing it all damn series long. Lovely
Kind of
stuff.
their thing.
Yeah, adds up. And NiP, that candle's getting blown out. Any more room in the map? Perhaps, but it's not going to be a pretty buy to get them there. Gonna decide to take a pause, and now that's over. I mean, what do you even do here? You could justify saving. You know, you've got... unfortunately, you're just outside of that barrier. I feel like double digits is the barrier where you're fine giving away 15 and then playing for that 5-round comeback. Anything more, and you're you know, counting how unrealistic it is. You're trying to win the money game instead. So NiP throw everything in. But at this point in the game, you're just looking at double force buys to stop Vitality from shutting down this series and running even further through the upper bracket. I can't say hope is the flavor of the day. More missed window smokes. Both teams have done it. And so look at the space taken by Vitality. They've got to worry about under, though. They're getting walked through that smoke. And Apex, oh, he doesn't know, but now he does. Missed shot for the Deagle. Traded at range, but the Tech 9 is something. And now NiP are ready to pop B.
Yeah, Masuta is here. Masuta's always someone who's good in these anchor positions, right? When he needs to put up, you know, really like 2, he's going to get you that. So there's the first. Hampers brushed aside. Jesus, shox is on a solo adventure here. He's playing a completely different game. He's all the way through top middle, and he hears them running back. Now he's going to try and hit a timing. He's waiting to catch the bomb. shox, take the peek, shox. Take the shot. Come on now.
This is fine, this is fine.
Let them go, because he knows now it's the A play. He's pieced this one together, so look at Masuta moving over towards A. Because of shox's patience,
oh my goodness.
Everyone is on the right side of the map. That's the bomb dropped. And at that point, if you're NiP, now you know that A is stacked. You either willfully walk in to a padded bomb site, or you go back and try and pick a fight with shoxy.
Yeah, he says, take the bomb, have it, but you're not getting it planted. Walking into the Hornet's nest, and the stinging will start. ZywOo taking down Esatag, and Plopski, not long for this world, does find a kill, grabs a gun, but can't pull it out in time. It's 15 rounds to Vitality. Really good play from shox. That's not a pug play at all. That's the opposite. Many players would have started running when they hear those footsteps, just trying to get the kills while they had them.
I'm guilty
Instead,
of that.
Yeah, I know you are. shox.
That's for the screenshot.
Of course. Yeah, we're way too deep for the screenshot, Harry. But no, shox just knows he can win the round by telling his team. As long as NiP don't know that he knows what they're doing,
right,
then NiP are just walking into the unknown. That's a perfect play. And it's 15 rounds, Harry. It's do or die now for NiP.
Yeah, very exciting to see Vitality looking like this, though. I do just want to kind of remind you, like right now, ZywOo, one of the bottom performers for Vitality in this map, it hasn't made a lick of difference. And that is even with, you know, Device having some of those all right moments early on in that first half. Apex going above and beyond. shox with hero plays scattered in there. Kyojin, I think, was a real force of nature on the T side when it came to getting those openers, right? Think about how much space this guy was creating.
The ramp in both halves.
Exactly.
Really.
And so now with just pistols, right? It's all you've got left to fight back up against Vitality, who are on 15.
They're not falling for it again, Harry.
Yeah, this window boost might have bested them once. Fool me once, all right? Shame on, is it ye? Fool me twice, shame on me. And so it won't happen. Oh, will it? Ooh, ZywOo gonna cancel out the ramp man, and Kyojin's there to close it. Vitality 2-0 in the upper bracket. They shut down NiP, and maybe they make it look a little too easy.